Hello, this is a tutorial to help beginner animators. Well, they animate. So this is a tutorial on how to animate. So there's a free app called Flip-A-Clip. I have the pro version, which is a one-time payment and only like $6 or $5, but you don't have to get it. The pro version to do this. I'm using Flip-A-Clip, and I suggest you do. Yeah. So a good way to start is by doing a simple ball bouncing animation. A good way to start is by starting out, in my opinion, on 12 frames per second. And as you slowly get better, I suggest you do 16 frames per second and 18. If you're on a computer, then get a free animation program. If you'd rather do this for free, and if not, then just get a generic animation program, I guess. So a good way to start is by making a simple ball animation. So we're gonna make 12 frames here by pressing that plus. And after we do that, we're gonna make another frame here. So here we have the little pen tool equipped. We're going to draw a simple line here. Oh, sorry, I have it on the copying frames mode because sometimes I'll use that for animations. So there are several modes for making frames. You just have to hold down on the plus button to edit it. You can also copy and paste in Flip-A-Clip, which I'll show you how to do. So here we have a simple circle. We can select it, copy it, then press the paste button up here, then move it. We can also copy entire frames by simply pressing that copy button up there. So we're gonna start out with a simple ball animation. Okay, so you just draw the frames. A good animation technique is the squish and stretching. By squishing the object and then stretching it out, you can make your animation smoother. And it can also save some time trying to perfect it. Smear frames also work, but since it's a simple ball, we're not really gonna use smear frames here. Oh, you're gonna want to keep the size consistent on the ball. Making ball animations is just a really good way to practice, and it can help you a lot in terms of learning how to animate. So we're gonna keep stretching it here. And we're gonna make it look like it's bouncing out of the frame entirely. So here's what we now have. Only 39 frames were used, and we can fix it later if it's not perfect. And yeah, it's also kind of a looped, which wasn't intentional. But yeah. So we're going to run through the process of which we did. So we waited for a second to pass. Oh, by the way, when you're doing like a certain frames per second, here we're doing 12 frames per second. So 12 frames will equal a second. Okay. So we had the ball start out. We stretched it, we squished it, then we drew it again, then we stretched it again, made it bounce off of the areas while stretching and squishing it. Then we threw out a frame, and then as we play, we can see that it's now looped. When you save your animation, it won't be looped unless you will put it one after another in a editing program, I guess. Or just copy all the frames. But otherwise, yeah, that's our simple ball animation. But we're gonna do another animation tutorial. And here we're going to move on up to lip syncing. Now we're still going to do this on 12 FPS. I personally usually use 18 or 16. So here we're going to start out by drawing a mouth. Oh, by the way, I'm going to record audio usually. By the way, if you have FlipaClip without the Pro version, you cannot add audio unless you watch an advertisement, and there are a few ads. And the audio recorder, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure you have to watch an ad for that too, unless I'm wrong. So yeah. Tutorial. And that's going to be what we're gonna lip sync. You can see the audio down there, so you can kind of tell when it's gonna start. Lip syncing can actually kind of help you work on your tweening ability. Tweening, by the way. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna change the background so you can kind of, just get. Actually, I'm not gonna have a very bright green. I don't want you guys to burn your eyes. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I apologize. But tweening is when you select your drawing and then you press this. Then you can squish and stretch it. You do the circle to rotate it around, which is just basically rotating. I don't know if that specifically counts as tweening. You can make it bigger, it's smaller, or you can stretch it out with this. It can overall kind of help you, and a lot of the animation community kind of looks down on tweening, but it can actually help in animation a lot, in my opinion. Tutorial. So we're gonna stretch it out a bit. Then we're gonna draw another mouth. I'm gonna widen it here. I'm gonna fill it in with color. You don't have to color it. Just kind of would recommend you do if you want it to look nice. I might make more animation tutorials, by the way. I'm not really keeping the color that oh wait, no. Looks the same. Gotta make that more red. Now, after doing that, we're going to move the tongue up. And we're kind of going to make it look like it's curling a bit. By the way, FlipaClip has its own tutorial built in it for people who are beginners. Tutorial. I know the mouth inside color kind of changed, but that's perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. So yeah.
Hello?
Okay, so we copy and pasted the last mouth
Where
frame.
this tutorial?
Oh, by the way, I should probably fix that. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure you get the deal.
Tutorial.
Yeah, so this is our finished project.
Tutorial.
Yeah, so I hope that helps. I'll make more animation. I'll make more animation tutorials soon. Now my phone is gonna die soon, so I should probably charge it. But goodbye.